how do you determine when to raise your prices in relation to inflation? Like, do you just reevaluate like every year? How does that work?
I don't think I've ever said someone not to raise prices, but ultimately what it comes down to is supply and demand. What I mean by that is if the demand for your product and services is in excess to the supply, and the supply typically for us is going to be labor. If you're having a hard time finding laborers and you have all this pent up demand and people wanting work, really good idea to raise prices. So whenever demand
Okay.
is in excess of supply, which for us, we're selling labor. That's what we're doing. That's our supply. Whenever that is in excess, that's when you raise
Right.
prices. That's why the cost of like used cars and trucks have gone up because the supply is so low. Sorry. Yeah. The supply became so suppressed by COVID that the discrepancy to demand was so high, supply was so low, price goes up. And so what we got to realize as small business owners is how do we create that discrepancy between demand, tons of work, and not enough supply? That's when you should raise prices. So like we raised prices just recently the past couple of weeks at our local shop because we're like 6 weeks booked out and we only do simple services. So the fact that we like are 6 week booked out in June for us is crazy. Usually like 3 or 4 weeks. So that massive difference between demand and supply, that's when you got to raise prices.